Look at this beautiful beard. Nothing like this man's beard, who happened to be near the where we were. Beard love.
Beard love, man.
Beard love. So
Birds
anyways,
can live in this beard.
so we're recording
Expert.
Expert today,
Which
Let's
requires an
Ontario.
expert to play.
You have to be an expert. So anyways, I really wanted to like this game so much.
Yeah,
that
me
I would
too.
say the really's, because it's like competitive bird fighting.
Yeah.
Which sounds really bad when you think of it.
Oh, bad in a
But
morality sense.
yeah, moral sense.
But really awesome in a game
Yeah, it
sense.
seemed like a cool
But
idea.
the way the game is more like you have to do the controls and just. Okay, flying is very difficult. Well, no,
Yes.
actually, no. You.
I can't
How
fly
about-
birds.
How about we give
Bird
you some of the
airlines.
spotlight to talk about the controls, and then I'll tell you.
I
them
found
how-
it very confusing because it seemed like if I pressed down rapidly on the button in the top right corner of my Xbox 360 controller, I would fly higher, and it seemed to sort of work. Then I'm like, oh wait, there's a button to rocket launch my bird with the helmet on, and I was trying to move the camera and I couldn't move the camera at all. Like that was my experience. You saw me just like keep going up and up.
Yeah.
And I could fire bullets. That was easy, but I couldn't actually like. My main enemy was the wall in this game and elevation. So I don't know. That was my experience. If you summarize.
My experience with it, I managed to get the controls patted down a little more quicker than Jim did.
Yeah, I don't know why my because it said like the right joystick was.
But the
a
right
camera.
the right
rotation.
joystick became the camera. So and I found that you only needed to press the one of the turnbuckles once
Oh, okay.
to initiate flight mode. To disengage flight mode, you just press that button again. He's like, "Rah!"
Yeah.
So when Jim was doing it, he was like, "Rah, rah, 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 rah."
But it worked.
Yeah, it was
worked.
trying to figure out how to shoot the
I
missiles.
was trying to
that,
figure out what the heck I was doing, really.
Yeah, and even though we have like a diagram of the controls, it just
It didn't help.
it stopped. It didn't really click in for me.
But no, I thought it was a cool game. It's a shame you can't choose your character. I don't know what's with that.
Yeah,
You can't
I speculate that it has to do with like
progress.
you can buy this. You can buy certain birds,
Yeah.
but not like for.
The birds weren't in the store though.
Oh shit! Really? Well, that
I
changes
don't think
everything.
so. It just said you could buy the different weapons, right?
Maybe.
Yeah. So, we're just speculating that maybe you can buy the birds later or you upgrade. But that's the thing about this game. There's no story mode, and I think
Well,
eventually
obviously.
I think they're gonna add a story mode later, but it's still early access. It only costs about $2, so it's not like the biggest.
Yeah. So it's really a gamble about whether or not, like, if you really like this idea, if you've seen our Let's Play of it, you would definitely be like,
Well,
I could go for this.
It's a pretty game. It looks like, from what I can tell, there were 3 or 4 stages. I heard originally the characters, the names that you see were just bots, but so they were sort of fooling the people that bought the game, thinking, oh, you're playing against actual human beings, but you weren't originally, and now you are.
Oh. I was like, ooh.
But I think they upgraded it, so now
You can actually.
you can go in and upgrade your weapons, but I'm not sure.
Yeah.
It
like
seems really hard to win in this game.
Yeah, but
You killed two
at least I
birds.
killed at least 2 birds with a few blasts.
That sounds like a modern, updated version of kill 2 birds with one stone.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah. Okay. So that's what you meant.
Yeah, but I really
think it can go. I think this game can go either way. Depending on how it goes in the future, it can either be.
I'm probably gonna have to put this as a bite your own risk rating.
Yeah, like a lot of
Because
Steam
it's
early access games are
$2.
like that.
It's early access. I mean, it's sort of like with Hive. You're. It's basically a
You have
buy
to-
your own risk.
Buy at your own risk. Tame your expectations. It's not StarCraft 2, and this isn't. I can't even think of the game that comes close to this. I don't think there really is anything I can think of that's really.
but
this is like Bird Joust. A modern remake of Joust in 3D almost.
Yeah.
Except
Well, not exactly. The
Yeah,
birds
'cause
weren't
you-
actually firing weapons at each other. They were just
Well,
jabbing each other with lances.
Yeah, well, that's why it's like a modern version of Joust. So, but I think it's cool. I think it's a cool game, but it definitely needs a lot more polish. and a better way of describing how to control your X-Bird.
Yeah, this is definitely.
I think it looks decent for $2.
For $2, yeah, it's pretty. Oh right, although it is a Unity engine game, so.
I think this game it's more of like, it's like, oh, it's cool. It's a bird fighting, like a bird flight shooter game. And I think that's the appeal, but once you start playing it, I don't think it's got like a long term, like they have to add more content.
Yeah.
And right now it's like, it's like a prototype almost. Like this is the alpha build, you know, give us money so we can add a bird story.
It's one of those games where it's basically you and your friends go on Skype one day, you all decide to buy this one game together, or like some guy buys it for all you guys. You go on Skype, you log into the game, you fuck around with the game.
Okay.
And that's it. It's sort of like with Who's Your Daddy.
You just play for the afternoon, yeah. You don't play it for like.
Who's Your Daddy is a game where you're trying to babysit a baby, but the baby's trying to, and it's multiplayer. So it's sort of like with Expert in a sense. So it's one of those 3D for the shits and giggles kind of game.
Exactly. It's not a game that I think you can really play for hours. I think it's a game that like we played it for 10 to 25 minutes.
Yeah. I mean, it was only towards the end that I ended up becoming really invested in the game.
Yeah.
Until you know, we realized, we've played a bit for this. So.
Yeah, it's sort of that kind of experience rather than, oh, this is cool, like, you know, Super Hot, or what's the other shooter game we played?
Ooh.
I can't remember the name. With bullets and robots and anime and stuff.
Oh yes, Astabreed.
Astabreed, that's it. Yeah, so I mean, it's kind of like, it's not the same kind of genre, like kind of shooter, but yeah, I don't think it's a game that you can really, unless they have more content.
Yeah.
It's, you know.
So I say wait for it. If
I'd
you want to buy it now,
buy. You know, it's kind of funny to see, but really, I don't think there's really a lot to play quite yet. So
yeah, so just wait for it.
Yeah, or unless you really, really want to play as flying birds that shoot each other with like laser beams and stuff.
Yeah.
Which sounds awesome, but I think the game still needs more polish for sure.
Until then, try to grow a beard because the birds really need a birdhouse, and the beards are so soft that they can live in it. Or an afro.
Yeah, and it's the time of year. Birds need somewhere to live, so please help find the beards everywhere.
All right. Well, let's,
play something else.
Adios.
Fun gaming. See you until next time.